Hello students, in this video we derive work energy theorem which is very important, so many times asked in semester end examinations. So work energy theorem is very simple and it just looks like expression for kinetic energy only, but a slight difference is there that we will see, right? And remember, it is very important, work energy theorem. So what this work energy theorem says? The work energy theorem says that suppose you apply some force on a body and do some work on that, then the work done by this force is equals to change in kinetic energy of the body. So when there are so many forces acting on the body, then the resultant force or the net force, we can say. If a single force is acting, no problem. Whatever the amount of work done by that force is equals to change in kinetic energy of that body, right? Otherwise, let us say there are so many forces acting on the body, then the resultant of all these forces, you will get one resultant force. The resultant force, work done by this resultant force is equals to change in kinetic energy of the body, right? So this is the theorem and we need to prove that. Here two things are clear. One thing, we need to calculate the work done by the force, then we have to show that it is equals to change in kinetic energy. Then we we say that we have proved work energy theorem. Okay, so first we have to calculate the amount of work done and change in kinetic energy. For this is we are considering a simple example. Suppose a body is initially moving with a velocity u, right? And then what happened? Then a force started acting on it, right? The moment the force starts acting on it, force produces some acceleration. Because of that, its velocity changes. Let us say after traveling a displacement, its velocity is v, right? So using this phenomena, we show that work done by this force is equals to change in kinetic energy of this body, right? Then we can prove, then we have proved work energy theory, right? Here once again I'm repeating, here the problem has two parts. One part we need to calculate the amount of work done by work done by the force, and in another part we need to calculate the change in kinetic energy, and we need to show that both are same, right? First we will calculate the change in kinetic energy, right? And for that you are considering this body. What is the initial velocity? U, initial velocity u. So what is the initial kinetic energy? Half mu square. This is the formula, for kinetic energy, right? What is the final velocity? V. What is the final kinetic energy? Half mv square. So here we got initial kinetic energy and final kinetic energy. To find what we need to find, we need to find change in kinetic energy. How do you find change in kinetic energy? Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy, right? Final kinetic energy is half mv square, initial kinetic energy is half mu square. So we can say that change in kinetic energy is half mv square minus half mu square. One part we have finished, we got change in kinetic energy, right? And the other part we need to calculate the work done. Here is the interesting part come. Now we don't know how much time it has taken to come cover this displacement. Yes, so we are assuming time t as, right? So let us say time t is there. So what is the acceleration formula? We know that acceleration is given as change in velocity by time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So v minus u by t, this is the acceleration, right? We got acceleration. And what is the average displacement of the body during this time? Average displacement of the body is s, and it is given as average velocity into time. Average velocity means we have two velocities. One is initial velocity, another one is final velocity. Average means v plus u by 2. Divided by 2 gives you the average velocity multiplied with the time t. So we got average displacement, right? Now, why we are doing all these things? Because we need to find the work done on a body. For work done, we need force and displacement. Force cannot be given directly, so we calculated the acceleration and displacement. Once again, I am describing here. We need to calculate the amount of work done, which is given as force into displacement, but here force is not given, so we write force as mass into acceleration, right? Mass into acceleration. That is why we calculated acceleration here. Acceleration equal to v minus u by t. Now simply substitute these values here. Mass of the body we know m, acceleration we calculated v minus u by t, and displacement, average displacement we got average velocity into time we derived, so it is v plus u by 2 into t, right? So finally what you'll get, simplifying here, t gets cancelled, t gets cancelled, v minus u into v plus u by 2, m v minus u into v plus u by 2, we can write it as m into v minus u into v plus u is like a minus b into a plus b equals to a square minus b square. You have studied this in your algebra, right? So we can write it as v square minus u square by 2. Finally, by separating the quantities mv square by 2 and mu square by 2, half mv square minus half mu square. What is this half mv square minus half mu square? Half mv square is the final kinetic energy, half mu square is the initial kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy is nothing but change in kinetic energy. So once again, we started calculating the work done. So finally what we got? The work done, which is equals to force into displacement, is equals to change in kinetic energy, half mv square minus half mu square. So we have proved work energy theorem. That means work done is equals to change in kinetic energy of the body, right? So this is about proving the work energy theorem. Very simple. In the first part, we have calculated the change in kinetic energy. In the second part, we have calculated the amount of work done and showed that amount of work done is equals to change in kinetic energy. That's it, right? We'll do one simple problem based on this work energy theorem. So sometimes you cannot see anything, right? Like this problem, you see a constant force acts on a body, a constant force acts on a body and produces displacement and produces sorry, a constant force acts on a body of mass 2 kg, mass 2 kg. As a result, its velocity changes from 2 meter per second to 4 meter per second. Force, find the work done by the force. So here, once again I'm repeating, a constant force acts on a body of mass 2 kg, right? As a result, the velocity changes from 2 meter per second to 4 meter per second. Now we need to find out the work done, right? Here we have given mass of the body, change in velocity or initial and final velocities are given, right? To calculate the amount of work done, we need mass, acceleration and displacement, because work done is given as force into displacement. Force is not given, so we need to calculate the acceleration, so that we can write force equals to mass into acceleration and displacement, but that becomes a long story. Here we need to assume it as a time, some t seconds. But without using all those things, simply using the work energy theorem, you can do this problem very easily. Work energy theorem says that the work done by a force is equals to change in kinetic energy. In the problem, he asked work done. So if you consider the change in kinetic energy, that becomes equals to work done. So what we need to find is change in kinetic energy of the body. So let us do that. So we know that mass of the object is given as 2 kg. Initial kinetic energy is half mu square. Initial velocity is 2 meter per second. Initial velocity is 2 meter, final velocity is 4 meter per second. Simply substitute, calculate the initial velocity half mu square, which gives us 4 joules, and final velocity half mv square, which gives us 16 joules. Substitute final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. 16 minus 4 equals to 12 joules. This is the amount of work done, that is equals to 12 joules, because the work energy theorem says that the amount of work done by the force is equals to change in kinetic energy of the body. So in this way we calculate work done by the body, very simple way. Thank you.